The heavy hitters are not having any bit of the cheeky good times the Middlesex Express has to offer our crowd here tonight.
Notice that the heavy hitters are sporting one of 3 championships they hold here in New England, the current reigning NCW Tag Team Champions. They are also NECW Tag Team Champions, as well as one more that's not coming to me right now, and I know that somebody's probably looking at their screen just saying it and calling me an idiot.
Well, you know what? They've got their fair share of gold, but so do the Middlesex Express. I mean, no, these belts aren't up for grabs right now, but they are the holders of both the House of Bricks Tag Team Championship as well as we know, the RWA Tag Team Championship. So both of these teams bring a lot to the table. They've got a lot to prove. And
wait, I remembered. You neglected to say that the MAW Tag Team Champions are also the Middlesex Express, and it's Power League Wrestling Tag Team Champions, heavy hitters. 6 championships between them. This is the battle for bragging rights. Who is the best team in New England? The RWA Tag Team titles are not on the line right now. Shay's jacket just got dropped off at the table. I think I'm going to put it on and stretch it out.
Fat guy in a little coat, baby. And now the crowd's getting into the head of the heavy hitters. As all members of both teams have been thoroughly checked for weapons and contraband. And both teams have had time to confer with one another and trade strategies.
What do you think the strategy is going to be for the Middlesex Express?
I think the Middlesex Express are going to try to frustrate the heavy hitters and make them make bad moves. That's really what I feel they're going to do, because the heavy hitters are outweighing these guys by 200 pounds.
Stick and move by Stephen Broad. That's a sound strategy right there. It is also going to anger the heavy hitters, maybe into making a mistake. But that right there is a mistake. Trying to move Shay. If Shay and Frank don't want to move, they're not going to move.
Whoa.
That was almost scary.
And Stephen Broad sees it coming, dishing out lefts and rights.
Little double team action, working together. They got Shay off his feet. Shay may be the smaller of the two, but he's a big dude in his own right.
He is deceivingly big. A lot of people don't give him the credit for a size that he deserves. Oh, wow. The blatant show of disrespect between Stephen Lust and Frank Champion. And they are really poking the bear. I mean, you know, both of these teams, again, they've got a lot to prove right here.
You never poke the bear, Rossi. Never do it. You never go ass to mouth either.
No, but these guys hail from Lowell, man. You know, they got to do what they got to do to make ends meet.
Have you ever been to Lowell?
I have.
I'd expect that answer from you.
It is a very depressing place to live. There's very little employment out there, which is why you could see both members of the Middlesex Express cruising for cheeseburgers at any given point in time if you're in Lowell.
I think you just made that up.
No, it's true. I mean, ever since they shut down Backpage, these guys have got to figure out new creative ways to, you know, come up with the rent every week.
How did you know Backpage was shut down?
I heard.
You just sold yourself out right there.
I keep my ear to the grindstone, buddy. All right? If there's words, if there's happenings out on the street, I hear about it.
I rest your case. Rest my case.
Nonetheless, you want to talk about taking it to the street. The heavy hitters are taking it to the Middlesex Express.
Now here is where it's going to do them no justice whatsoever for poking the bear moments ago. Because now that big angry bear is in there and he's pushing them around.
Oh, here it is. You call it, T. The big man got his hands on Stephen Lust. And Stephen Broad, he's sticking out outside the box.
Oh, they better move. Lance has lost all control here. Tony P would be proud.
And the heavy hitter's still on top. Look at this.
That was painful. I don't think that turned out how the Middlesex Express wanted to.
Not in the least bit, dude. But I'll say this. Think what you will of the heavy hitters. They have asserted themselves back into this matchup. They have definitely regained the advantage thus far.
You may have saw in a video uploaded last night to Facebook, Middlesex Express showing a different bit of an attitude than we're accustomed to. They were all business, and that was really the right attitude to have going in there against the heavy hitters. The heavy hitters, the longest reigning RWA Tag Team Champions in history, and they are dangerous.
And that's impressive, because if there was one division that could have outshined the Triple Crown from time to time, it was certainly the tag team division of RWA. Hands down. Oh! Sweet Jesus Louises! Frank Champion then takes Stephen Lust's head off with that clothesline. And Shady Shay's looking to slow things down. He's applying a very snug chin lock, adding tension to the jaw and further fatiguing Stephen Lust.
This crowd firmly behind the Middlesex Express, not something they are accustomed to, but their popularity has grown over the weeks and months, and they're just a team that you love to hate and hate to love.
I've seen them receive mixed reactions at other houses, but I'll tell you, the RWA faithful, they really have warmed up to the Middlesex Express, and rightfully so, because not only are these guys great athletes, but they certainly are entertaining on a PG basis. I
think it goes a little bit beyond a PG rating, but entertaining nonetheless.
And one of our fans at ringside wasn't expecting a flying Stephen Broad to come her way. Keep your eyes peeled, sweetie. The action sometimes comes to you.
I hope he kept his hands to himself.
No comment.
I'm currently on a 6-day snap streak with her on Snapchat. As the people say, it's getting pretty serious.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
You guys going to start like holding hands and going out for ice cream pretty soon?
Maybe, actually. That might be a thing.
Nice.
Maybe for hot chocolate. It's a little cold for ice cream.
It's never too cold for ice cream. You got to feed her something cold. You can get her to nip that way. Come on.
And no wonder you're single.
Single and always mingling, pimpin'. Oh, look at this. Shady Shay's pulling back with as much torque as possible. Oh, there it is.
Oh, but he knocked Shea backwards into Broad. Broad now off the apron. Flying European uppercut, but nobody's there. So whether Shea meant to do that or not, it worked out to their benefit.
And even if he wanted to make the tag, he couldn't because he wasn't hanging onto the tag rope. Stephen Broad is beside himself.
You mean to tell me those ropes actually serve a purpose? That was some sarcasm. I'm sorry.
How much more abuse could Stephen Lust possibly take? He's been in this matchup almost 4 minutes now, and he looks to be out on his feet.
Well, I spoke to him earlier today. He said he likes it rough, so this is right up his alley. Shades of Dolph Ziggler with the zigzag. That may have Middlesex Express back in the game.
Wow, Frank Champion's just taking matters into his own hands.
Veteran move right there. Veteran move. That's why they were the longest reigning tag team champions. That's why they hold gold practically everywhere they go. And who knows, it might not be long before they hold gold here in the RWA again. You would have to believe a win here tonight earns them a tag team title match. Yeah, it's just the way things go.
Well, my question to you is, where do the winners of the Tag Team Grand Prix stand in the midst of the championship?
That's also another interesting situation. They have a contract which is good for a championship match anywhere, any point in time. They could be at...
Oh!
Wowzers. They could be at Denny's later having some pancakes. Middlesex Express walk in, and there's a fight right on aisle 9.
Well, that certainly sounds interesting to say the least, and I don't mean to undermine that one bit, but look at the action we've got going on here. Shady Shea Cash actually got taken out by Frank Champion, and Hot Rod Stephen Broad's mounting a comeback.
You call him Hot Rod or Hot Bod?
Hot Rod.
Hot Bod.
Well, I've heard he's got a hot rod, too.
I think that's your notes you scribbled again.
Whoa! Tilt-a-whirl tornado DDT!
Yeah, but look behind you, or rather in front of you now.
He just cannot escape the grasp of Frank Champion.
Remember what I said about pancakes? Never mind.
You sit corrected, kind sir.
There was a tag right there, right? Whoa. Both heavy hitters on the outside now. Broad diving over and caught.
Oh, wait a minute. Frank Champion looking to drive Stephen Broad into the steps. Oh, God. Right onto the barricade, damn near separating the shoulder of Stephen Broad.
He did land quite awkwardly.
He certainly did. And Stephen Lust is keeping Frank Champion out of the ring. Back into the belly of the beast as he goes to ringside, looking to confer with his partner, but there's Shady Shea Cash.
This could spell trouble for the champions, and I don't mean just tonight, long term. If there's an injury right there, a more permanent injury.
It certainly could. I mean, now it's not, the championship isn't on the line, but their bodies certainly are. And if your body's on 100%, you're not going to defend those championships. You know it. Oh! Hot sauce, bitch!
Who's the legal man? What does he get the belts for? What is going on right now?
Wait a minute.
Hey, who the hell is that?
Oh. I know that guy. That's Black Wolf. That's a Black Wolf, Derek Andrews. What the hell's he doing here? Oh!
I think you got your answer.
A choke slam from the rafters.
What is he, like 7'12"?
Oh, my God.
Lance had no idea what's going on. This guy's still at ringside.
Here are your winners, the Heavy Hitters.
What is Derek Andrews doing here, coming to the aid of Shay and Frank Champion?
I mean, birds of a feather flock together. These guys know each other, man. They all stomped ground in the south coast of Massachusetts. They've encountered one another at the former Whaling City Wrestling. I've seen the Black Wolf at NCW. These guys are as thick as thieves, I tell you.
So you're telling me there's a third heavy hitter now?
I'm saying these guys know one another. I wouldn't say he's a part of their team, but they're no strangers to one another by any means. And clearly, Derek Andrews was on orders to come here tonight.
What does this mean for the tag team division? What does it mean for our tag team champions? There's going to be a lot more to develop here, I'm sure of it.
Especially with that clause that our winning team of the Tag Team Grand Prix has. Folks, keep your eyes peeled.